What is up, everybody? I am currently working on a video, but I realized that the subject matter could get me in a little bit of trouble here at YouTube. So as a warm-up, I actually wanted to share a segment from this week's episode of The Company Lot with you. And that segment is about woke cocaine. I know all of you don't watch The Company Lot, which is a podcast I do on this channel where I talk about weird dystopian tech news and read just general stories about technology that make you feel really bad inside. So if an hour of scaring the hose isn't your thing, that's fine. That's not what this is. I think this will be, just a nice little 15-minute chuckle. And that can get you in the mood for the video I got coming out next. So please enjoy this segment of The Company Lot, and I will see you all next week with a video that I'm very excited to show you. Please enjoy. Speaking of ethics, let's talk about some ethical woke. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What do we have to do a land acknowledgement before we snort this cocaine? Do you have to acknowledge the people that this cocaine came from? Oh my God, bro. Dealers are targeting middle-aged, middle-class drug users with woke coke marketed as ethically sourced and conflict-free. No one making this cocaine is held at gunpoint. Everyone wants to be here. Every family making this cocaine wants to be here. The children mixing the gasoline in the barrels, they want to be here. They want to be here. Guys, you go to Whole Foods, every other egg on the shelf, they're chemically castrated chickens. They're shitting out eggs 8 times the size of their body. It's a disgusting process, but there's one producer that lets the eggs roam free, lets the eggs come out naturally, treats their chickens well. Guys, that's what we're doing here. It's a commune. It's a community of cocaine builders. We don't like the term dealers. We're builders here. We're farmers like anyone else. We're a family. Okay? The suppliers are trying to gain a commercial edge in a competitive marketplace by appealing to increasingly, quote, woke customers who are sensitive to injustice in society. Now, this is hilarious. I used to do a bit on stage. I haven't done it in a while. I think it's kind of cheap, but it was about how during Pride Month, Duracell batteries became gay batteries. This month, the batteries are gay. And a buddy of mine, Andrew Michon, had a great tag for it. He's like, the batteries go both ways this month. They do minus, minus, and plus, plus. Shout out to Andrew. I don't do the bit anymore, but it was the whole point of the bit was just about how, corporations kind of tap into things when it feels right, when it's good for them. And the cocaine being woke gives me hope that we will see pride flags wrapped around these little baggies next year. The woke coke will have seasons of the month. Can you imagine, guys? The Black History Month edition cocaine. I mean, the levels of insensitivity that this company that these builders can apply will be South Park levels of irony that the average Redditor will be creaming over. Creaming, dude. Sound off in the comments. This is a fun premise. I actually am just pausing here to stare at this article and look at what I'm observing. This is one of those that's so funny I can't move. The dark web is a fast-growing marketplace for cocaine, with dealers relying on TripAdvisor-style ratings and many emphasizing their ethical credentials. So the Silk Road has become lame because we have middle-aged, former late-stage millennials becoming middle-aged and they're going, I've just done so much, really kind of not nice cocaine. I've done so much cocaine that I just know it's like kind of icky. It's gross. I'm on a new Goop diet. Gwen has this great program for cleansing your body. And I'm just, granted, I like to have fun, but when I'm putting stuff in my body, I want to feel if I can't, if I know I'm doing something bad, if I can at least know that the bad stuff is clean going in. And I get this, in a growing market of fentanyl. Maybe there's a real appetite for acute cocaine, an ethical cocaine, a feel-good cocaine. But it's just funny that a capitalist structure could create something like this. Ethical, because, there's already ethical ketamine, right? For like depression treatment. I know there's a ton of that. So Ethical K, kind of a good band name, but Ethical K is out there. So ethical cocaine was only a matter of time, right? Britain is one of the world's cocaine capitals. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm sure there's a joke in there. Britain can't get enough white. Brexit, I don't know. We're having cocaine for Brexit. Bristol, I'm going to say it in a voice because it's funny. Bristol has the highest rate of consumption per person in Europe, and London gets through the largest amount, 23 kilos a day, according to King's College in London. Users can get cocaine delivered more quickly in England and Scotland than a takeaway pizza. What? They got Coke maps? What? They got Uber cocaine? That makes sense. I mean, so much delivery happens on little bikes out there in London. So that's awesome. You get your little cheeky Nando's. You get your cheeky Nando's 3-piece and a little baggie to go with it. And what's on that baggie? Pride flag. I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to lean into another bit I used to do. I used to have a little one-liner. Not like one-liner, but it was kind of an observation because I have a distinct memory of picking up a coffee can in Whole Foods, and on the can, it had a woman on there. It was an older woman. I think she was like 103 years old. And it was talking about how it was like her farm and her methods, and her hands looked arthritic. Like she looked so battered as a human because she's been through, I'm sure her story is really incredible. She kind of rose up through something difficult through coffee. And my joke was, I don't need to see the people who made what I'm eating. That doesn't make me feel better necessarily. Because if we're going to do that, then why don't we start wrapping iPhone boxes with pictures of Asian kids who made it? So now I'm imagining you get your little cocaine baggie with your cheeky Nando's, and what's on the cocaine baggie? The baggie comes with a miniature photo of the family who made it, and they're standing over the empty drum with the gasoline and tar and all the other stuff in it, and they're smiling as a unit. And when you do that line, you're like, that's so beautiful. And then you go yell at your husband or something. Or wife, I don't know. More than a third of users surveyed said they could get the drug within half an hour. The cocaine will be here at past. That sounds cool, doesn't it? Ooh, here's a bridging moment. Here's a world-crossing moment. Imagine sitting with Andrew Garfield in his apartment. The cocaine will be here at past. Oh, shit. Party. Imagine sitting there with Boris Johnson. The cocaine will be here at past. Fun. Anyways, Anthony Lowenstein, whose new book, Pills, Powder, and Smoke, details the changing demographic of cocaine users. Dealers on the dark web, paraphrased, are promoting and selling ethically sourced cocaine. It means everybody in the supply chain, from the farmers in Colombia to drug mules in Europe, are treated fairly and given a decent wage and not prosecuted for their activities. So when the guy shoves the cocaine in his ass, it's done with a suppository. And it's done in a welcoming environment. We actually have repurposed old OBGYN tables. It's a nice process. You actually get a little massage of the prostate before the drugs get boofed into your... And granted, we're moving more these days, so we got to put a bigger capsule in there. But as part of our ethics program, we make sure to source mules with large anuses. So we actually have an exam in the mule selection process. Now, this does create a bit of lost opportunity, right? It creates a bit of analism, if you will. There's ageism and there's analism, and you can be discriminated against based on your diameter capacity. So to solve this, we create local runs where the volume is not needed to be so high, so the boofing is just small, and it's commensurate with the anus boofing the raw materials. So that's how we solve that. We essentially lean into our bigger anuses for the bigger jobs, and it's not any knock on size. That's not us relegating people. It's just we're all born differently, and some anuses are meant for different types of travel. Some mules are meant for certain journeys. You wouldn't want to send a small racehorse on a long trek. That doesn't make sense. You want it running fast. You want it healthy. You want it doing its, you want it running its race in the right environment. And that's how we look at it. We look at our smaller anuses. Those are our racehorses because they're getting the quick jobs done. And they're really moving the money faster than the big boys. The big anuses, that's kind of like, those are our bigger guys. Those are our donkeys for the hills, long treks. Those are our guys for the Oregon Trail. No pun intended. Anyways, they're given a decent wage too. That's nice. So instead of threatening their family, they get $20 an hour. The author, said the fact that it was impossible to know if a drug has been ethically sourced did not deter dealers from making the claims or users seeking them out. 100%. 100%. I'm selling cocaine. I'm lying. I'm a drug dealer. Yeah, no, for sure. No, all this stuff, it's made in I own a little plot in Colombia. They're my people. I made it. Yeah. I made the plot. I made a community. Here's a family of them, and it's AI image of a family, and they all have 7 fingers. Cressida Dick. Come on. Come on, dude. You can't. We're supposed to be mature? That's her name? Cressida Dick. How do you even say that name?
Cressida. Cressida.
Cressida Dick? The Metropolitan Police Commissioner has attacked middle-class cocaine users who, quote, will sit around, think about global warming and fair trade, but think there's no harm in taking a bit of cocaine. Well, there is. There's misery throughout the supply chain. It is pretty awesome to be like, we need to get a Tesla. News of the woke coke trend emerged as an analysis of NHS digital data by this newspaper found hospital admissions in England because of cocaine poisoning doubled from 2,000 in 2008 and 9 to 4,000 in 2018-19. It's 4,000 people, guys. There's 7 billion on this planet. We can lose a few. We have plenty of room to cut down. Plenty of margin here. The biggest increase among age groups were those between 50 and 59. Well, dude, it's over. You're going to be lame and persecute these ladies in their 50s who used to probably get busy in the 70s. Let them have it. It's over, bro. You're not really doing shit after 50. You're not. You can do stand up. There's a few things you can get after, but I mean, it's not much. At 50, if you made your bag and you're good, cocaine time. What the f trying to do? Stay around till 70? No. That is gonna suck. 70s, 80s, 90s, that sucks. You have money for like an exosuit. You can't hang. Your friends are dead. No point in sticking around. Let them have it. The nose knows. Let them have it. Well, now this is a whole bunch of data about cocaine poisoning and stuff, and that's just kind of a bummer. That just kind of ruins the vibe on this whole thing. Let's see if you recognize any of these places. Middlesbrough, Salford, Hastings, Hartlepool, Gateshead, Brentwood. I've been there. That's in Los Angeles. Eastbourne, Chesterfield, Wigan, Ipswich. Yeah, if I'm living in Ipswich, give me some cocaine poisoning. Cressida dick. Has anyone seen Cressida? Cressida dick?